Hello all! How are you all doing? Welcome in. I hope you're all doing well today. We are live because we're going to be hopping back onto Skyblock Kingdoms today. Welcome back everyone. Apologies for my hair. I took a shower like 40 minutes ago and now it's weird. We're going to be live on SBK today. Now I do realize the stream got delayed today. And if anyone, we were meant to go live about 4 hours ago. And if you want to get updates on when I do this, make sure you join my Discord. Because that's where I say things. That's where I say things about this. But I hope you're all doing well today. The stream got delayed because I was playing Heartbeat Express with some friends, and it was fun. I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to leave. I had a, I had a pretty busy day. I was like doing stuff all day until then. And after Heartbeat Express, I've pretty much done nothing the rest of the day. I went out, I took some more photos. Almost through a full roll now. Almost through the full roll that I need by Tuesday. Literally 2 more shots. I need to take 2 more shots. And then I'm good. So it's fun. It's fun. It was fun because I don't have any like specific assignment to take photos of, so I'm just going around and it's I had some ideas like I'll go to this place and see what I can see, but it's fun. I did it again today where I just went on a road. At one point, I just went on a road and I just kept driving on it, and I didn't know where it went, and I ended up in some cool places. It's see, the thing that happens around here is what'll happen is if you drive on a road, usually like as soon as you get off a highway, it's usually pretty normal, very normal. But maybe like 5 or 10 minutes down a road, you suddenly enter like the most like high-end gated community that you've ever seen. And it's crazy that it's just there and that there are so many of them. It's shocking. It catches me off guard every time. It's like, why is this here? why are these everywhere? I don't get it. It feels wrong. Like it's just weird. You went on a road to nowhere. Milkman's on the road to nowhere right now, which is probably why you're referencing that. I'm piecing the things together. I'm realizing that's why you're saying that. That's why you're. That makes a lot of sense. that makes a lot of sense. Well, you know what also makes sense? Livy May getting a 15 stream streak. Congratulations, Livy. And then also going on to Skyblock Kingdoms. We're back on SBK today, folks. Was there another streak? No, that was from yesterday. We are back on SBK today. I want to get some wood today, and then we're gonna hop onto the creative world to do more design. Thank you very much for the water check. I almost forgot. Chat. It's time to take a drink from the Twitch Partner water bottle. How could I forget this? How could I forget this? This is an integral part of the stream. I definitely didn't just spill some on me. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. Gosh, my hair is... What is my hair doing today? Alright, Skyblock Kingdoms. We're going to do what we did last time. We're going to take 64 dirt, 64 cherry saplings, and a bunch of bone meal. And we're going to go on top of that trial chamber there. And we're going to create a... We're just going to create an 8x8 cherry tree. It worked pretty well last time. I'm going to bring an enchanted hoe this time so I can take care of the leaves. But it worked pretty well last time. And we got like, what, like 12 stacks of wood? I don't know. Alright, stack of saplings. Let's get some bone meal. And then a stack of dirt. Perfect. I feel like my FPS is dropping. We can go down to 20. It won't be an issue. But chat, how are you all doing today? Anything interesting going on for you in this weekend? I hope everything's been going well for you all. And if not, I hope things start going better soon. But no, like I definitely have some homework assignments I probably should have worked on today. We're snowed in. I hope everybody who is still snowed in is doing well. I made a D&D character today. It was super fun. I've never, I've always really, I think I've said this before on stream. I've always been interested in D&D. I've always really wanted to. I've never made a D&D character. God, I would love to play D&D. It would, yeah. Doing good, working a very ambitious prank on a Minecraft server, where I'm putting the existing Waffle House someone built in the limbo dimension. Right now is not a good time to have a properly insulated bedroom window. To not have a properly insulated bedroom window. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, I can imagine with, yeah. Next week is show week for the production of Newsies I'm in, so I'm resting this week. Well, I hope show week goes well, Brittle, and I hope you have a good rest week. I never was involved in musical theater or any of that in like any level school, but I always knew people who were. And I always heard just like the horrors of the workload of Tech Week. Is this 8? Oh, 1, 2, 3. Yep. Cool. So, you know, Godspeed, you've got this. Right now I'm starting my first crochet project. It's a bunny. Ooh, I hope that goes. Probably it's the soda in the Twitch burner water bottle. I hope that goes well, Aurora. I hope that goes well. I just realized the tick speed on the creative server is still 1000. I've just realized that the tick speed on the creative server is still 300 times higher than normal. Whoops. Well, no one's on it right now, so I think everyone's fine. Thank you very much for the posture check, Evil M. My car didn't have enough gas in it before the snow, so now it's frozen and it won't start. Thankfully, I don't have many places to go, and my wife's car is fine. Oh gosh, I hope it works again soon. Gosh, see, here's the thing. I would love to move out, and I would love to live closer to friends, but I know like literally nothing when it comes to like how to deal with cold weather or like cold weather like preparation or any like effect of it all. it's something I think about a lot. It's like, oh, I would love to move to Colorado and be around everyone there, but also I know crap about it all. It's all good. Battery's fine. Everything lights up. Actually, turning the key does nothing. Okay, yeah. Newsies is literally my favorite musical. When I was... You know, this is funny. I never did anything in musical theater. But at my elementary school, like, every year there was, like, a week-long, like, junior musical theater camp. And my sibling did musical theater in elementary and middle school. And so I got brought to this camp. It was hosted on the thing. And I think I did it, like, 2-3 years. We got to use the pool that the elementary campus had, which kind of crazy that it's odd that it had a pool. But actually, the reason it had a pool is that my elementary campus was formerly like a bunch of like apartments. And so there was like an on-site pool for it, and we had it. But I remember it was great because we the camp was great. You would just like sit through some stuff, and then you would get otter pops, which are like the frozen like sugar juice icicle things, if you don't know. And then like you got to use the pool and hang out. But they also one time we just watched like I guess like Newsies movie, like movie adaptation of Newsies. And I haven't thought about that. I've never like seen Newsies or anything. Like I could not tell you anything about it. But I watched like a film version of it. So I'm practically a master. I know everything about Newsies. Congratulations, Arlo Knox on the 30 stream streak. yeah, no, like pretty much. I'm realizing every single campus that the school I went to for elementary, middle, and high school, like that whole school system I went to, every single like campus was like a different repurposed building. None of them were intentionally schools, and it's like because of this I never had lockers, ever, in elementary, middle, or high school. I actually have a locker now in college, but it's just in the photography building. Um, there's I have a locker there where I have my uh printing paper and other assorted stuff. It's actually my first time acting in a musical. I usually do a lot of costumes for plays, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. Oh, I hope it all goes well, Bread Alone. Sometimes I wonder what it would be like for me now if I had been in like some form of like acting or like musical theater or like singing of anything like growing up. Sometimes I wonder like what would happen if I had engaged in any extracurricular ever. It's like I may have some like extra skills and stuff if I had done that. Granted, I technically did do an extracurricular at one point. I've talked about this before, I believe. But for 1 year in elementary school, I was in the my elementary school's very small handbell choir. Um, and I remember almost nothing about it because I was in like 4th grade. But I do remember. Sorry, there's something in my. There is something in my throat today. I do remember. That I got introduced to Studio C and like My Little Pony Friendship is Magic through it. And I think both of those, I think it was worth it for both of those. Um I think it was worth it for that. I've always had a locker in high school, but I literally never used it. I think I never even opened it a few years. Yeah, it's like I don't really know what do you put in a locker, I guess. I mean, I have my backpack and I just have like my binder and my pencils, and then if I need a textbook, which I never needed, I've only needed to bring a textbook with me in college, and purely for when I need to do like work in downtime, homework and but like I don't know what I would ever put in it, you know? Like I have everything I need on me, you know? Like the I used to put my lunchbox in my locker. Okay, I guess that makes sense, yeah. An extra jacket. Okay, yeah. I get that. I get that. Performing anything is a major confidence booster. I can definitely get that. I definitely get that. I think about it when I'm working on music. It's like, dang, if I had like been in musical theater or something, maybe I would actually know how to sing and notes and be better at it. If that'd be great, that'd be awesome. Okay, I think we're good to chop down the tree now. Yeah. People can use lockers for extra textbooks that are required for classes but are too heavy to feasibly carry around everywhere. I didn't do that though. My back just covered. See, the thing is with my school in like middle school, high school, they all, if we needed them, they had a full class set of the textbooks, like in class in like the math classroom or whatever, and so like you didn't need to bring it with you. Was the difference. Some classes in my school you're not allowed to bring in your bag, such as welding or manufacturing. But I don't have anything I can't carry in my bag, although my friend's bag is really heavy. I can understand not Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. My lockers for my boots and winter coat. Honestly, I pay for one in uni because I can't live without it. See, I get that. I definitely understand the benefit of that. It's just that's not an issue I have to solve where I live, and so I guess I never thought of that one. That is a very good reason to have a locker. The first winter I ever lived through in a place that isn't Southern California is gonna be like it's gonna be a crazy learning experience, I think. Yeah. All right. Gosh, yeah, I forgot how much wood we get from this. Basically, with the main like 8x8 thing, every layer is 64 logs. Each layer of this is pretty much a stack of logs. So, lockers were also very useful for PE days. Okay, yeah. See, here's the thing. In my high school and middle school, and I guess, well, elementary school we did, but my high school and middle school literally just didn't have any space to have like much outdoor area. Um, and so there was no way for them to have like a PE class. Like they had a gym for like the football players, but there was never any. There was no like PE period. So basically, the way PE worked for for me is that you just have to fill out a log saying that you like went and did some exercise each week. It's like yeah, did you do your required exercise this week? And you just write and it's like obviously your parents are supposed to do it, but like in high school at the point where it's like yeah. It's like just make sure you haven't filled out. You just put your parents' initials in for each day. It says like, did you do your 30 minutes of exercise today? And it's like I definitely did. I definitely was not sitting inside working on a video playing skyblock today. It worked. It worked great for my favor. Not having to be forced to do exercise, has or like just outside activity in middle and high school didn't made me not hate it. So it was very easy for me to get into the habit of just like going on walks and such in my own time. I've never like done working out or anything. I've never like done anything with weights or gym equipment or anything. Um but like I'm pretty like self-disciplined when it comes to going on walks and like getting outside and moving around, which I think is good. In elementary school, we very much had like there was a PE coach. He was great. I have no idea what his name was or anything, but he was great. Um, and he always had us like he like we would do like stretches and then we would play like an awesome game like capture the flag or ultimate frisbee. It was great. Gosh, the elementary school campus in my like in the system I was in was awesome because they just had a massive field. It was great. It's kind of what COVID PE was for me. Oh, totally, yeah. Oh, I bet. I thought I was prepared for winters where I live now, and then I got slammed with 21 inches of snow this year. You had to film yourself doing exercise? I think that sucks. I love gym class, but people hated it, and sometimes chronic pain would hit, so I was all allowed to sit, although I hate it. I hate it when I had to. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I get that. I miss PE. No, it was awesome. You would get, like, your entire class to do a game together, which was awesome, because, like, at my school, there was actually, like, a group of us who had an organized game we played literally every single day at recess, called Turkey, which was kind of like, what was it? It's kind of like Sharks and Minnows, kind of. Basically, there were two, like, distinct like areas on the side of this long field, which were the bases, which were the safe spots for like the runners, which were called the turkeys, and then there were the hunters, and it worked as like infection, where it's like if a hunter gets a turkey, that person's now a hunter. And the thing is, like you could go and you were safe no matter what if you were on the base, but if you stepped off, you would have to you could run back and forth and you could hide, and it was awesome. And there were like distinct like sets of people who were the turkey leaders who would like call the game together and call the end of the round. And like after like when of course when my group of friends got there, there was this thing that, but we became the later turkey leaders. It was great. It was awesome. It was fun. I was the uncontested dodgeball championship. Dodgeball was always great, but as you've probably all heard, from stories from Vintage and Avid from when this earlier this month, I'm not good at throwing or catching, so of course I could never hit anyone. And then I could never do the thing where you could catch the ball and get the person who threw it at you out. So, you know, like, dodgeball's fun. I always sucked at it, but it was fun. I love being dodgeball, even if it's a popular target. See, I never had any things where I was, like, the last person chosen, or I was, like, an active target. In fact, I was a very fast runner in elementary school. So I often got, like, picked a lot for, like, games and such. Despite not being that... I was very good at tricking people that I was on their team when I was not. I was very good at just, like for example, for turkey, pretending to be a hunter when I was not. I was just deceiving. I would just, like, walk up and be like, hey, look at all these turkeys. Crazy, right? They're standing on their base. And I would just talk. And then at one point, I would just walk onto the base and just be like, haha, loser. I'd collect all the runaway balls and give them to good throws on my chair. It's so useful. What I loved the most in my elementary school was the swings. In my elementary school, we had, I think it was like 8 swings. It was 6 or 8 swings in a row, and it was awesome to get as high up as possible and then jump off and see as far as you go. See, the thing is, as soon as I got then I got to middle school, didn't see them anymore, and then, you know, occasionally I would be at playgrounds afterwards, like in high school sometimes, and I'd be like, oh, swings are fun, and I would start swinging. It's like, there's no way in hell I'm jumping off this thing. I don't have any knee problems, but I'm scared I'm scared of these heights now. I generally could not jump off a swing for the life of me now. I would soar like yards off the swing set in the past in elementary school. I'll gladly, like, you know, swing, or I'll just, like, you know, if I'm with a friend or something, we'll just sit on the swings and talk, which is awesome. But I will never jump off a swing. I can't get myself to do that anymore. I don't know if there was a time where, like, I did it and it went wrong, but, like, I just don't. I just don't. I don't trust how my body will react to touching ground again. I was usually pretty good at most games, but I didn't like most of the athletic kids. So I'd always be picking the last few, unless we played handball. I was picked to be guard. See, the thing that was me through all elementary and middle school. 'Cause in middle school, we still had, like, games. We had, like, a I don't know if you're all familiar with this. We had a Gaga Ball pit at the high school. Congratulations, Cass, on the 55 stream streak. You know what Gaga Ball is? You probably know that's one of the most fun, like, games ever. but we had one of those in my middle school, and I, like, was, like, one of the best in the school at it. But, like, as soon as I got to high school, no more athletic things. I always, like, was pretty good at the games and such, but I never liked hanging around, or, like, was big friends with, like, you know, like, the kids on the sports teams, or, like, the super athletic. You never heard this? Gaga Ball is a game. I don't know what the origin of it is. I don't think it's originates somewhere. Actually, I mean, I can just look this up. Gaga Ball it's a version of dodgeball. Yeah, but basically what it is you have, like, a pit. It's like some geometric shape. And what it is you'll like, you mostly of the time you'll be at the walls. But you can go through the center. And what happens is there is a dodgeball, and you cannot kick. You can only touch it with your hands, but you can't hold it. If it touches any other part of you, you're out. and you basically have to hit it around and dodge it, and it bounces off the walls. I mean, and it's I haven't played it in years, but it's like the best game ever. And I guess it also has the rule where if you get hit in the face, the person who threw it is out. I think that, at least when I've played it, same thing happens in dodgeball. If you hit someone in the face, or then you're out. You basically put a bunch of children in a pit and hope no one dies. That's a fairly good description, Uni. That's a fairly good description. I haven't played Gaga Ball since elementary school. Yeah, no, my, like, in, like, my, last 2 years of elementary school, we got a Gaga Ball pit at the elementary school, and then they had one in the middle school. I don't think I've played it in the last 4 years, so sad. There's a pit. So it's called a pit, but what it usually is it's walls. So like it could be sunken in the ground, I guess, but it's walls. And so like it could be like it could be like a hexagon or a square, you know. You used benches to make this shape. Interesting. Because like Alora, part of it, in all the ones I've played, was bouncing off the wall was like a valid strategy. I guess if you're using benches, I don't know if you have that. Gotta head off for the night since I have to be up early tomorrow, but I hope everyone has a fun rest of the stream. Thank you for tuning in, Charlotte. I hope tomorrow goes all well for you. Hope you get some good sleep. Have a good night. There's inflatable ones. I've never seen those. And I've played in a gazebo on my school's playground. Like, the ones I've played in have either been, like wooden walls that are, like, connected with hinges, or, like, my elementary school got, like, a plastic one. It was, yeah. I came in late and halfway through, I'm just reading chat, alarmed in Australian. Welcome in, Cascade. Hope you're doing well. Also, is that... Oh, I'm not too used to seeing, like, the higher, sub badge thing, so I was looking at what the diamond sub badge you have is, Cascade. And I can't wait, to get my custom sub badges, in. I've seen the concepts of them, as I think I've said the last 3 streams, but they look great. Why are you putting children in a pit? We're talking about a game that I played at school in elementary and middle school called Gaga Ball. It was like first graders, those benches were because we were tiny. We did it in 8th grade at a camp in the wooden and full wooden walls for the pit. Yeah. Like dodgeball, it's like a variant of dodgeball. Yes, Cascade. Where you like all in a pit, you can only touch the ball with your hands, and you kind of just like hit it around around the floor and off the walls. And if it touches any part of you other than your the palm of your hand, you're out. Like, there would be, like, absolutely insane rounds of this. Like, I cannot, like... I don't think I can properly, like, explain how serious some games of this got. Like, it was crazy. We were playing Gaga Ball like our life depended on it. It's crazy. Who's on tonight? We've got me, of course. We got Trog. Milkman's live on the road to nowhere. Fool is live. Don't know what Fool's doing. And Vintage is live working on the mountain. Sick. A nice Saturday night on SBK. That's what the S in SBK stands for. It's actually Saturday Block Kingdoms. We've kind of kept it a secret until now, but fools on the road as well. Okay. Okay, yeah. It sounds so fun. We had Red Rover crossover. I've never heard of that. Dodgeball and Murder Winks. I've not heard of the first and last one. What could you explain what those are? I understand you have to work with the restraints of chat, but I'm curious what Red Rover crossover and Murder Winks are. I'm in this Saturday. I'm on this block. So true. Realer words have never been said, Bread Alone. Whatever crossover. I think red light, green light means what's the time? Okay, yeah. I think that's. I guess that's somewhat similar to sharks and minnows. I guess with like the controlled like when you go, like you have to go at that point. I guess I don't know. Uh, Red Rover, send so and so over. Oh, okay. I understand how that would work then. And so then like those people then have to like try and get across and not get got. That makes sense. Murder Winks sounds crazy though. Yeah, I still don't know what Murder Winks is. Oh, crap. Murder Winks, a detective is chosen. A detective is removed from the room and a murderer is chosen. There's a leader of the innocent who starts a round of actions that you copy. Oh, this sounds very interesting. So if they start clapping, you start clapping. Okay. The murdered winks at you and you die. The more dramatic the death, the better. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, that's I have never heard of that before. The detective has to solve it before everyone is dead. That sounds fun. I've never heard it called Murder Winks, but I remember playing that. Okay. You know, like I get also that there are definitely like completely different and like I'm like childhood like schoolyard games from other like countries and cultures that I've like that I like definitely absolutely never heard of. And I mean Murder Winks might be an Australian thing. I don't know. Or maybe just the Australian name for it, you know. Oh wow, look at this. The 64 locked. Okay, we just got 2 layers. Cool. Cool. All right. Never heard of poison dart frog. Yeah, I've never heard of poison dart frog either. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like Turkey may have been a game entirely exclusive to my elementary school, which is fun. Possibly, I've never. Granted, I've never like looked it up or anything. Wait, let's find out. Let's do some research. Turkey schoolyard game. No, literally nothing. I got Turkish children's games, but that's definitely different. When I was in elementary school, we played Foursquare so much. When I moved to middle school, I also played Foursquare, a different version. I go the rules I learned. Nowhere to be found alliance. I think I learned a version only played in my small town. Foursquare was another big one in middle school. Well, the thing that happened in middle school is I don't know if this was something that existed outside of it, but in middle school we had a Foursquare like painted court, but we also had a thing called Nine Square, which was like Foursquare, but instead of, you know, four squares on the ground, it's like a PVC pipework structure that goes above, that's like standing on legs of 9 squares. And it's kind of like very like, you know, a bunch of little separate like volleyball things, I guess. It's like you're playing like don't let the ball touch the ground, basically. So you're in these 9 squares. You start one, of course. You advance. The center is like the person who's like won the longest, who's been in the longest. So what you do is like, you know, the ball gets served. And you have to like keep hitting it above the things. If it goes under, you're out. So you have to keep it above like the lines. And so it's like a reverse Foursquare, but on like a larger level, because then there's 9 instead of 4. And that was also a big one. But also, due to my fear of flying objects towards my face, I was never very good at it. I've also told this before, but I've had a fear of objects flying in my face since I played soccer. I played recreational soccer, and I did goalie in one game and got hit square in the face with a ball. And now I always flinch at anything flying towards me. Question from down under, school uniforms. Not at my school. We never had school uniforms at my school. We had dress codes, but we never had school uniforms. And also, welcome in, Plushie. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, Plushie. Okay, we're definitely good on wood now. We could probably get some stone. Because I have to actually... We should definitely get some stone. Because of the project we're working on in the creative server. School uniforms are mostly common in private unit schools or schools that are really wealthy. Yes, definitely. Like, around here, yes, that definitely. Some public schools do have uniforms, but in my experience, not commonly. I think I knew, like, maybe one public school, someone in the area that had, uniforms. But other than that, none. Yeah, it's just not, like, not too common of a thing here, I guess, school uniforms. I've always had a school uniform. At least my school's colors are good. I grew up in a country town. Every school had its uniform. Public school used it as a loose suggestion. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna switch up the music. What are we doing now? You know what? Yeah. Let's send it on over to the Avid Minecraft. Let's send it over to Avid Minecraft. I'm drawing PyPy and Musi right now from the Dremel playthrough. Yeah, no, Pipe Guy Musi is like an incredible combination that like never would have guessed prior. Like they are incredible together. Like it's something I never would have expected, I guess. That I never really like thought of them like being like partners for a series, but like they're incredible together. What do I do with these? I guess I'll put snowballs up here. And then I'm actually gonna head over to the gold farm. I'm gonna take all this with me and repair it. Got a ton of stuff to repair. I need to tune into the Dremel streams more. Like I pop in a bunch, and like but I've never like stuck around a long time. I definitely should. Elementary had a school uniform as a polo shirt with jeans or khaki pants or skirts. High school just had a dress code. I would have. I'm very lucky I didn't have a dress code. Maybe I would have, I guess, like built up resilience or something. But like it was a lot worse when I was younger. Not really being able to comfortably wear, um, like jeans or pants or anything. Just because I mean, even when I run pretty warm most of the time. I ran incredibly warm in elementary school. Like now on the cool days, like I feel the cold when I'm in like shorts and a t-shirt, but also but I just deal with it because I'm more comfortable inside. When I was young, I didn't feel it at all. I was perfectly fine I was just warm all the time. Hello, Sunshine Lily. Welcome, and I hope you're doing well today. All right. Let's start with this. I like not having to think about what I wear every day. And there's a good amount of options for jackets and such. Yeah. I never really had much worry about like what I was wearing each day until maybe the last year of high school. And even then, I still kind of cringe at like my outfit choices then. But I really just like, for context, for like the first time of high school and all of middle school, granted, about half to a year and a half of my middle school was online because of COVID. But I just wore just assorted t-shirts and then basketball shorts. I had like 5 pairs of basketball shorts, all different colors, and I just switched between them each day. And I definitely did not look good at all, but it was very comfortable. I don't own a single pair of basketball shorts now. See, now the thing is, I'm not much better. Now I just have a bunch of cargo shorts, which I guess are better. Kind of. I'm working on it. Duvid core. Yeah, I'm working on it. The high school I went to, we used to dress up nicer for chapel days. I never had anything like that, so yeah, I wouldn't know. That's some character development, I guess. See, like the thing is now, I willingly wear jeans, I guess. Whereas, anytime I was anywhere cold, I would literally have to be like forced by my family to wear jeans. Now it's like, okay, I'll wear it. Like, I mean, the other day I wore it, even though it was like 78 degrees, and it was honestly fine. I kind of have to, like, work myself into it. It's also, very warm here right now, which is weird because tomorrow's February. February is usually the coldest time of the year here in Southern California. It's usually when we get like the days where it's in like the 50s all day. But it is like it got up to like the 80s today. It was a hot day. That was a hot day today. I went to school. I had not been allowed having lots of accessories, being allowed to do things with my hair would have been practical torture for me. Yeah, Maya, thank you very much for the water check, Angie Enigma. Yeah, I'm not sure that, like, especially when it comes to hair stuff, I'm not sure there was much, like, stuff with, like, much expression you could do with that. But for the, like, the science fair in middle school, my sibling did their project on comparing different hair dyes. And I'm pretty sure they were responsible for getting dyed hair allowed in like, the middle school and high school. So shout out to my sibling. I was so happy, by the way. I was like, because I got, my sibling's 2 years older than me. So when I was in my last 2 years of elementary school, I got brought to the science fair. And I was dreading the science fair and the history fair. And I was dreading both of those. I hate stuff like that. I hate having to put stuff together like that. So, when COVID happened, it was amazing. Because I didn't have to do either. I didn't have to do either of them. It was, yeah. Like, of course, I was very privileged with COVID to be a very, like, I was very ahead in middle school, like, and everything. So everything was very easy. And then all of my interests were, like, Minecraft and, like, making Minecraft videos. It's when I really started doing, content creation a lot, was that. And so I had a, like, obviously, I don't think it's deniable that time has had pretty much irreversible mental damage to almost everybody in my generation. But I had a pretty good time. Personally, I had a pretty good time because I hated going anywhere. It's 10 degrees Fahrenheit for you, Sunshine. It is currently, guys, it is, it is, currently, high 60s for me. It didn't load at first, and it said it was 83, and I was scared for a second. I was like, there's no way it's 8, there's no way it is 7 p.m., almost 7 p.m., and it's 80 degrees outside. That's not happening. I dyed my hair in middle school, and everyone was asking, like, how did you do that? I'm like, how do you think I did it? And I told them, I tell you, I colored them with markers. They either believed me or just went along with my bit. That's good, that's good. Here is 14 feels like 4. Vintage, when you talk about weather, Vintage will send me a screenshot of her weather app. And it's terrifying. It terrifies me every time. Sneeze. It's like, I don't think it should be that cold anywhere. I don't think it should be that cold, just flat out. Let's just, like, not be that cold. Alright, we are probably good here. Let's go mine some stone. Basically, I just want, I need a ton of stone for my next building project. So, we need to start, oh gosh, based on instinct, I almost just, like, walked off the edge there. Whew! So I need to, go and get a bunch of stone. Also, that's incredibly dangerous. I thought that was a way out. That is not a way out. Here it is -1, and it feels like -13. I have been I've spent time in places where it's been like below like 32, where it's been below freezing. I've never been anywhere with I've never been in like even at nighttime where it's been in negative degrees. So negative degrees just scare me. Congratulations, Angie Enigma, on the 3 stream streak. I'm actively trying to care less about stream streaks. Trying. Well, don't worry. It doesn't mean anything, so you're good. Well, actually, it does. I guess you'll never get the super secret ultra greeting that the high streak people get. That's definitely very real. I guess you'll never unlock the secret Duvid handshake. I know, I'm sorry. How high of a streak, Duvid? 100. First person to get a 100 stream streak gets the ultra secret handshake. A greeting, not a handshake. It's just a greeting. Been the first time I've gotten snow since 2021. I hope you're enjoying. I hope it's not like snowed in snow. I just hope it's good. Duvid, this is not helping their addiction, I think. You see, I have ulterior motives. I want people to be here at the streams because it makes it more fun when they're in the chat. And so, if I turn it into a game for someone to get... Oh, I need to go save... Yeah, yes. Yes, Trog. Alright, we gotta go help Trog. We gotta go save Trog. What? Wait, why do they need... Why do they need a... Huh, I guess I'll figure out. Oh, Trog is on the road to nowhere. Okay. How do I get to Oak? That's Dark Oak. That's Oak. Do I have to go... I go up here? I can see a way up there, so I'm gonna go there. What's the road to nowhere? The road to nowhere is like a multi-thousand block long bridge that Milkman has made in his attempts to find trial chambers. And he's currently live on it with Fool right now. Okay, Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, you're...
Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
Gosh. Have you ever been on a road trip and it's just like way too long? And you don't want to say anything to the 2 people that you're on the road with, but
I can relate. Yeah,
Yeah.
Did you get anything good?
Yes, I got my mace.
You got
my
a mace?
First ever mace. Yeah, heavy core.
Lucky. I still haven't gotten one.
Well, the one at the end, the one where Milkman got his heavy core is pretty lucky because that's where I got mine.
Well, see, the issue is then you have to go to the end of the road to nowhere.
Yeah. There are horses about halfway that you could take if you want to get there a little faster, but they're about
Is it
halfway.
like an hour and a half to walk down now? Is it?
It's very long. Yeah.
Yeah, it's genuinely... Gosh, I wonder how... See, now I guess, like, what I have to go down it purely to, like, unlock it on the map. Just to see the road to nowhere on the map.
I think they're currently at 17,000 blocks.
Bridged in the overworld. 17,000?
Yes.
Gosh.
They just realized I'm gone.
Duvid difference. Well,
yep. Thank you.
Glad I could help out.
Yep. Okay,
bye. They found a mansion?
Yep, they did.
Well, guess you gotta walk back down now.
Oh, no. No. Bye.
I guess it's a road to somewhere now. True. The road goes somewhere. Can I go down? Yeah. Maybe the real road was the friends we made along the way. Think about that. Gosh, I can't believe they found another mansion. Cause there's the mansion in the overworld, like back in that direction. Yeah, there's a mansion here? Yeah, here. Wait, actually, where's... Okay, there's the Walmart. Wait, that's not... Where's the Walmart? There it is. There's the Walmart. Okay. Stone. We need stone. My back hurts. I'm sorry, plushie. You know, back pain is not fun. See, the chair I'm sitting in right now, I think is directly responsible for how much worse my posture has gotten in the past, like 2 or so years. And so I understand. Sometimes it just hurts, which maybe it shouldn't for being 18 years old, but also it just does, and it's this chair's fault. Let's get some stone. Chat, anything interesting going on that you all want to talk about? Welcome in that weirdo skull. I mean, I really haven't done... I love that sound effect. I love that sound effect so much. Thank you very much, Lore, for the tier 1 sub at 4 months. Thank you very much, Lore. Can we get some hearts in the chat? I love that sound effect so much. That is the best sound effect ever. That sound effect is so good. I love that sound effect. That is such a good... It's reminding me that I need to get like that party kazoo thing. I really need to... Okay, quick detour. Party kazoo thing. Shopping. Party horn? No, that's an air horn. Gosh, what are these things called? There's like the thing that it's like, it's got the little like bit that you put in your mouth and it's like rolled up. You go, you know, I really need to, I need one of the Duvid Go shopping stream. Like, I saw some, you know those ones that look like lips that have like the, I saw some of those for sale on Target apparently. And it's funny because I was at Target. I went to Target today. I need to get a strap for my camera, cause it's kind of heavy. It's not like a. I mean, it's. I guess it's like standard camera weight. Like the lens is kind of heavy. But I need to now I need to put this on. I need to get a strap for this. And I've looked. I could buy one of like the original ones for it. But I'm wondering like how new ones would work because of the mounting. Laura, this is an Olympus OM10 film camera. The straps are I'll just we can just switch this for a second. The straps there are these little Cass! Thank you for the 10 gifted subs. We got that sound effect again. It's got these strap bits, and so like they're kind of like how a keychain works, where you can slip something. I don't know how they work, but thank you very much, Cass, for the 10 gifted. thank you. And congratulations to Tangy Hyperspace, Echo Gamer, Void Pig, Zfae, Immortals, Sammy Crazy, Kale Hammerin, Snazapple, Sketch Pride, and Tessie Tank Girl. Thank you very much, Kaz. Oh, you have a green gift now. Thank you very much. We have a level 4 hype train going on. Thank you very much, Cass. But yeah, Lore, if you do have, like, camera strap suggestions, I would gladly hear. I'd gladly listen. Your camera takes the same kind of straps mine does? Hell yeah. Please send me recommendations. I will gladly take one. I'll just buy the one, whichever I'll just get one. Remember the one I had at TwitchCon? No, I do not. I don't. But I trust you, based on the fact. I trust you for the recommendation. Okay, gosh, we are gonna need a ton of stone. Alright, let's, I'll find some to send me later on. Thank you very much, Lord. We're gonna mine stone for, like, I'm gonna set a 5-minute timer. And then we'll hop onto the creative world and try and build a windmill. Void sacrifice? Yeah, I got a void sacrifice? Oh, I did. Stone. Thank you very much for the void sacrifice, Clover. Boop. It's gone. How much stone do we have in here? Okay, yeah, we need tons of this stuff. Actually, I can mine this. I also can buy stone from the chunk. I could buy a ton of it. I'd rather not, but it's fun. One thing I did today is basically every month since I think September of 2023. I think actually. Wait, hold on. I need to check on this one. I need to fact check this. I need to make sure I'm telling the truth here. Am I being honest here? Let me. I'm pretty sure it's 2023. Yes, October 2023. Every month since October 2023, I have recorded at least one, like, song demo, proper demo on my computer. The thing is, in the past, like, 2.5 months, I've been in, like, a kind of, like, songwriting lull. I haven't really, like, written any songs or anything. It's been kind of annoying, because the creative juices just haven't been flowing. But today, I was watching a video, of a musician that, like, playing a song, and someone asked what the tuning is, and it's a tuning I'd never seen before, so I just tuned in there, and then I just wrote. It's not a good song, but I just wrote, like, a basic song and I recorded it. It's fun, you know. It's fun sometimes to just non-seriously record something, and, like, it's not that great, but I sat down and I recorded it. I haven't done that in a while, so it was fun too. Look up party noisemakers. I think you'll find what you're looking for. Thank you very much, Cameron Ray. Party noisemaker. Oh, I accidentally had caps like that. Party noisemaker. Yes, that is it. That is it, Cameron Ray. Thank you very much. Ooh, I could get 100 of them at Target for $150. Guys, sub goal? Sub goal? Can we get 60 subs for the 100, but you can't see it. For the one, no, don't. Guys, 60 subs for the 100 party noisemakers. Guys, actually, guys, imagine you wake up in a Walmart parking lot with 100 party noisemakers. Think about it. Dude really just went live for an hour without me knowing because he's mean and he hates me. Yes, outdated. I hate you specifically. Congratulations on the 15 stream streaks ago. And thank you very much, chat, for the level 4 hype train. Thank you very much to Cass and Lore for contributing that. Can we get some hearts in the chat for them both? $1.50 each is kind of a lot. See, but it's 100. Think of what you can do with 100 party noisemakers. You can blow 100 party noisemakers. I've never done that before. Alright, we have a minute left on the timer, but screw it, we're hopping on to the SBK creative server. Let's do this. Chat, we are going to hop back into the creative server. I have done a little bit of work on this, actually. I was on, just off stream last night, and I planted crops and did pathing for the rest of the islands. So now we have this. This is what it looks like on the creative server. It looks better from a horizontal view. Hello, CC. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, CC. It was fun being on a murder train with you today. But yeah, we've got the wheat stuff here. Then we've got like carrots, potatoes, and beets. And I'll be honest, like I'm torn. This is the view I'm like kind of like, and it looks great from this view. But actually, let me boost render just a bit. It looks great from this view. Like the way wait, I missed the murder. It was you would only be able to watch it if you were watching my friend Fanity's stream. If you were watching Fanity's stream, you'd have seen it. If not, I don't think you'd have seen it anywhere else. But I'm kind of tempted to make this entirely wheat. I think entirely wheat may be the way to go. I'm not sure about the rest of this. I'm unsure. Chad, do you have any thoughts? Do you have any thoughts? Do you think this would be better as all wheat, or as a mix, like it is now? Because I don't know. Duve it? You want me to duve all wheat? Duvid, what is the name of your fans? I don't think there is a name for you all. Wheat and 1 carrot, just a single carrot in there. Because I think all wheat has some nice like it has a great vibe to it. Like the wheat with the sunflowers and the rocks and the hay bales, I think it looks great. This is like a great design. And I think it, you know what? Let's do it. Let's get rid of all this. Just to make this easy, I'm going to go in survival mode. I'm going to break this all. I wonder if there's is there an easier, I don't know if there's an easier way to do this. Doing this in creative adds the risk of breaking the blocks, so I'm not going to do that. Just think of how farming this in game is actually going to be like one of the least efficient things ever, though. Like this is not designed for actually. If I wanted this to be easy to farm, it would just be a bunch of like single layer. Doesn't water break? Yes, but water will break the rest of everything. Will break the other like ground decorations. So. Sometimes my brain will just randomly go doovid, movid, voovid for some reason. I don't know why. That's just that's normal. That's normal, egg. That's normal. It happens all the time. That's meant to happen. It's an intentional effect. Dude really goes out of the way to keep me from watching him die on a train. Size ew carrots. Mine does too. See, I'm worried that all of my bits have become like actual have done actual like psychological damage to some people. I'm worried that stuff has gone too far. I'm worried that maybe like I think there's a point where bye Leon. I think there's a point where you maybe, and I know this is crazy to say, chat. You can disagree with me if you will. But there may be a point where there's just too much Duvid. And I mean, I don't really know where that is. Also, it's crazy that this is not taking any damage. Never say that. Cece, do you are you you sure? Duvid, you're the streamer I've gotten the most stims from. That's not the Duvid I know. No such thing. My psychological damage comes from my sister hitting me in the head with a big flashlight. See, it can be that and Duvid. That's the thing, plushie. It can be a combo. Like, what if it's both? Duvid streams sound like a soundboard. If you want streams with Duvid on a soundboard, you can actually watch Leon. He has some interesting sound bites of me. Is Duvid real? Philosophers and theoretical physicists and pastors have debated that question for millennia. No one's quite sure how real Duvid is. But he might be. Alright, is that all? Cool. Let's wheat this up. What's great is we still have tick speed 1000 on, so these should grow very quickly. Chat, can someone remind me to lower the tick speed before I end stream today? I don't want to leave it. I mean, I don't think it's causing any problems, but it may be best to turn it back down to 3 when I head off. Oh god, Bibble's back. Chat's bibbling all over the place. Maybe the real Bibble is in my chat right now. Bibble is real. People have I think there's a unanimous consensus that Bibble is real. That's not a debate. It's you're the Bibble. Maybe it is maybe the real Bibble is Bibble. I know it's crazy, but it might be. No, it's you. Well, I'm Duvid. And David. And maybe according to some of you, Matthew, but God, this is gonna be so many seeds. This is gonna be so many wheat seeds. I really need to start farming, like, tons of wheat. No, my sub to do it ends in 2 days. Yeah, unfortunately, we are losing, I think tomorrow or in 2 days, we're losing a bunch of gifted subs. So, thankfully for those of you who are, I don't run mid-roll ads on my stream. So you should never be interrupted by ads. You will have to deal with like a 30-second pre-roll beforehand. But you shouldn't ever have to miss anything in the stream itself. I guess you will lose the emotes in other chats, but there are, as a follower, you do get 5 emotes by default. So hey, you'll have some emotes, I believe. Do I have? You can unlock a sub emote with 500 channel points if you want. But yeah. Chad, if you want to, before any gifted subs run out, you could you know, you could just like, you know, we could just get a ton of emotes if you want, you know. If you want to you know, let some emotes fly right now, just like get the emotes out of the system right now if you want to, just like all the Dovid emotes right now. You feel free to. Just like full chat of Dovid emotes. Curse the Copper Blockathon sub running out. Yeah. Copper Blockathon 1.5. A celebration born out of very unfortunate circumstances. Thanks, Uni, for just posting 2 dead Dovid emotes. it's awesome. I love the dead vid emote. It's actually like in Discord as well. Like, I think there are so many uses for it. It's awesome. I don't know if I sub on money. Is it money? Please do not buy a sub or gift any subs or anything if you're not in a like a position to, you know, like if like money is like tight or anything, you know. You never feel pressured to, of course. Thankfully, I mean, I guess, I mean, you don't have access to like some of the emotes, but you're Pirtle. Thankfully, I don't think you're going to be you're not losing much, you know. And yes, there is a Discord for anyone who is interested. You can join the Duva Discord in that link in the chat right now. You can get announcements on streams and videos and VOD uploads, and if streams get delayed, I'll say something there. And you can post fan art and see fan art. It's great. Duva Discord. And we plot in the Discord, yes. Also, occasionally, the chat does evil schemes in my Discord to make my time on stream hell. They also that also happens. Yeah, they also do that. they you guys do that. You all do that sometimes. Should I start including that in the advertising pitch? Take part in evil schemes. You can get notifications. You can see and post fan art. Take part in evil schemes. And you can get announcements if I delay streams. That's the Duva Discord. What server is this? CC, this is the SBK Creative server. So we have a copy of the SBK world that we update occasionally on a parallel server where we have op and creative mode. So it lets us do planning and building, which we then can throw in schematics and do and build on the survival server. So, like, for example, right now, I'm working on this big farming area. This island, this one, exists on the survival server. The rest of these do not. Oh, no, this is great. Oh, that's fun. All the I love how tiered the islands became. I love how high it gets. All right, we need to now we need to get the sunflowers, hay bales, and stones in just for some decoration. So let's get some sunflowers. Ooh, we could put like a sure. Yeah, so basically we just decorate this to like make it all look good. And then sometimes we can put hay bales in here. Yeah. Bale it up. Sunflowers in wheat fields actually looks great. It's like it's a hidden strat. Hidden decorating strat. We need some sunflowers up here. And then the dry grass on the barrier looks good as well. Yeah. Okay, yes, perfect. Let's get a stone over here. Yeah, I like this where I turn that in. Yeah, that's good. Yep. You let your field of rose bushes look like tomatoes? That is a fun idea. That's fun. Just get some hay bales. Yep. And some sunflowers. So, sea lampreys are a migratory series of parasitic fish. They lack jaws, which are their mouth they're shaped a circle of teeth. Yes. A terrifying, horrible circle of teeth. Yes. The circle of death. Okay, then we've got the big island. Okay, yeah. The big one. Oh, this doesn't have any lanterns. Let's get boom. Boom. Cool. They got lanterns over here? They do. Okay. This is a big one, so we can put a lot. Let's get some... Let's bale it up here. Let's also... We can throw some bales in here. Bale it up. And... Bale it up. Bale it up in this place. Woo! Okay. Some sunflowers. The sunflowers will definitely make harvesting this a little more annoying. But also, this is mostly decorational, so, you know, it doesn't really matter. Yep. I don't know how much room we have for sunflowers over here. I'd like to keep them surrounded by the wheat. Okay, let's throw a stone in here. Let's throw a stone in here. Yes. And let's put a stone in here. And let's get a stone in here. And a stone here. And why not? Why not a stone right there? Yeah. Woo! Yeah. Yeah, let's get a little bit more sunflower action in here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, let's get the view. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad if the sunflowers were pointing this direction, it would be a little better, but you know, this is great. It's that direction's all. If you're facing the opposite way, it would look terrible. This is perfect. Okay, let's do a walkthrough. How does it look? How does it look up close? Oh my, I love this. This is great. This is perfect. There's nothing like this on the server. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, this is great. Oh, this is I'm so happy with how this turned out. I love how like it still feels very flat, but it gets like 5 blocks. It gets like 6 blocks taller up there. Like it's from down here, like there's a good height distance. Like if you're standing if you're standing here, I don't think you would know that this is a series of floating islands. Like this is just like a field, a very big field. Woo! Yeah, no, this is awesome. This is great. Uh, I guess we have the windmill to go in here. Um, the plan, the idea is to see if we can maybe get a make a buildstone windmill, which I'm not too sure about my ability. It would be so cool if we could. If not, just a big decorational like windmill, you know, like Dutch style windmill, Holland windmill, you know. We'll see. We'll see. I gotta look into designs and such. But I'm so like the awesome thing is this also, funny enough, this pretty much doubles the area of the Cherry Kingdom. Like just this ton of wheat fields basically makes the Cherry Kingdom twice as large. Um, it's it's yeah. And so now that we've got this, I guess this is kind of gonna be like the border of the Cherry Kingdom. We'll figure out stuff to be in here. But this is kind of like the edge of the Cherry Kingdom. Maybe it could go out even further. Who knows? But we gotta focus on the area back here. This is where the castle is gonna be. We're gonna have like a classic Minecraft like medieval castle thing. The first castle in Skyblock Kingdoms, funnily enough. Um, you know, for all these kingdoms, there's never been a castle, so we gotta fill fill the hole. You know, didn't LV made a nether castle, not not a castle. Okay, now that I'm done with this, game rule, random tick speed 3. Back to normal. Chad, am I good to... This is Devin's stuff, right? I'm good to, like, clean this up, right? I'm good to, like, get rid of this, right? Like, this isn't important, is it? This isn't, like... He summoned a no AI cow that just stands here. And there's water dripping down the building and this tree. And he has a bed here. Why is there a... Might want to ask him. I guess I should ask him about this. I don't get it. I don't get why that's there. It's something. It's something. You don't understand art? What is Devin up to? I'm concerned. You know, I think you're reasonable there. You would spit on a Rothko. Yeah, yeah, no, I have no respect for art of any kind. So any build ideas that may or may not require the 12 full shulkers of calcite if it's collected? Darthbrick, you could make a giant pillar of calcite. Like a giant spire of calcite. I'm always here if you need some ideas. They don't call me Duvid Ideas Guy _ for nothing. No one calls me that. In fact, I always tell people I'm not an ideas guy. Oh, because I'm not. Oh, you know what we need to do? Oh, crap. Sorry. Why can't I? I'm in adventure mode. Boom. What we need to do is we need to fill in these gaps. We got some gaps that need to be filled. I call you Duvid _ he has good hair, though. Thank you. Thank you very much, Milkman, for the raid. Congratulations on partner, Milkman, and I hope your trip down the road to nowhere went well. Moz, can we get a shout out for the Milkman? Thank you. Thank you for the milk raid, everybody. I hope you're all doing well today. I hope you enjoyed the road to nowhere. Milkman, if you're here, how was the stream? And also, thank you very much, Arsenic Butterfly, for the follow. Milkman, I hope you had a good stream. Welcome in, everybody. We are currently on the SBK Creative server because we are working on these giant wheat fields on the back left side of the Cherry Kingdom. This is the next big thing coming to the Cherry Kingdom in February. So it's gonna be a lot of dirt and a lot of stone and a lot of wheat seeds. But it's worth it. It pretty much doubles the size of the Cherry Kingdom. So yeah. Stream as well. We continued the road to nowhere and found a mansion. Finding a mansion is great. Like that's gotta be like maybe only like the second mansion on the server, no? Like I don't think there's many mansions on the server. Well, congratulations again, Milkman. I hope you're all good. All good if you need to raid and run. I know it's granted, you're always awake, Lib. I know it's later for you. No crimes were totally ever done. I believe that. You know, the thing that I can, trust Milkman for is that he will do no crimes whatsoever. Nothing even vaguely deceptive. But thank you again, Milkman for the raid, and welcome in, Milkman Raiders. Now, this is pretty much good. Gotta run, but I'll be lurking. Good luck, creative design, look good so far. Thank you very much, Milkman. Yeah, we've made a lot of good progress on this thing. The thing that's left to do, that I probably won't be doing tonight, is that we're gonna put a windmill here. Because basically, here's the thought. I'm kind of thinking about this whole section as how it looks from the entrance to the end. You walk into the Cherry Kingdom, boom, crop fields. And like right there is perfectly framed. It's like an incredible frame. Like a windmill right there is perfect. And the thing is, I'm tempted to do a buildstone windmill. So it's like animated. And that would look awesome. In fact, if I do one, I probably have to do two. And I have no experience with that. And so the reason I'm not doing now is I gotta figure out some designs and stuff. I gotta figure out what the plan is, and of course I gotta get a bunch of inspiration from windmills. I've never built a windmill before in Minecraft. I've never done that. And so that'll be cool. I mean, we could totally do like one there and like one there, get some in there. It'll be awesome. But yeah, I originally had this split up between a bunch of crops, but I've gone to just wheat because I think it looks better. When we reach an end here, so I'm gonna head back to the normal server now. And we're just gonna mine some stone because we need, as you can guess from all those floating islands, a lot of it. Yeah, Milkman chat. I hope you're all doing well. Anything interesting going on with you all? Also, shout out Oz, who has been giving Lamprey fun facts in the chat for the last 15 minutes, which is awesome. I have not been able to read all of them, but, shout out Oz. Milkman, I think you need one of these. You're, I don't think you're actually a Twitch partner yet until you get one of these. So, all of us Twitch partners have it, except you. So I think you need one, Milkman. I know. I used the road trip to finish my zine piece I've been putting off. I'm glad you finished that, Perfection. I'm glad you finished that. I have a lot of interesting things happened. It's okay, most of our repeats from last year, yes. All of us Twitch partners. Yes, CC, yeah. All of us Twitch partners with the water bottles, yeah. That's pretty much empty. Oh, this is all. I'm running out of things to drink here. Both of us somehow stole Avid's bottle. Yeah, I don't know how that happened, CC. Like, I guess Avid went and got another one, which you then got. I don't know. I finished my needle felted trog. Hell yeah! Only one needle died in during the process. Is that posted anywhere? Is that in any of the discords? Because if so, I want to see a needle felted trog. I'm just looking on my phone right now because I have this automatically going right now. So SBK Discord. Oh my gosh! I'll hold this up to camera. You can go onto the Skyblock Games Discord if you want to see this needle felted trog from Sabines. Woo! Hell yeah. Seeing people did SBK things makes my zine piece seem sad. What? I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with something not being SBK related. You know? Look, I'm talking about two things. It's either lampreys or hockey. My IRLs have started banning hockey as a topic. Well, you have a bit of an issue there, Oz. I guess you'd have to talk about lampreys more. What? Well, Oz, there's an issue. If those are your two things, and one of them is gone, what do you do if they ban lampreys as well? I'm really excited. Y'all, Olympics soon. Both teams in USA and Canada are very cool. I never really cool. I've never like really followed along with the Olympics. The most I followed along with the Olympics is the Olympics were going on. At least some of the games were going on last year. Was it last year? No, it was two. That was 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago. Some of the summer games were going on. Was it? I think it was 2 years ago. Summer games were going on. While I was with relatives in Colorado. And so, and my one of my cousins, she was very much following it, and so I got to see it on the TVs and get the updates. And that was also the year, yes, Sabines, with the muffin thing, where like one of the athletes was like, a lot of people were talking about like the muffins they had there. Gosh, now I want a muffin. Look, both teams are led by 5-time Olympians Quirbo and Mary Elizabeth and Hillary Knight. Very awesome. Hell yeah. Well, good luck to the teams. Good luck to the women's teams. Now, I do too. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, Sabines, now you've just made us both want muffins now. And I can't get any muffins. Unbelievable. Stream ruined, actually. Stream ruined. This was such a good stream, but now I want muffins, and now it's ruined. Welcome back, Plushie. Welcome back. I had some dots today. I went to Target, as I said earlier, because I wanted to see if I could maybe just. I guess I could have checked Best Buy for camera straps. Laura sent me camera strap suggestions now, so I should be fine. Bull made me hungry, and all the places with food in my cameras are closed. I'm sorry, perfection. So I'm doing my part as a new Duvid hater, I guess. Let me tell you, this ain't even the beginning of the hockey Yuri. Only choosing one goal at the Olympics since women's hockey started. Love hearing about the hockey Yuri. Hell yeah, yeah. They closed early, don't need to be all snowy. That makes sense. I mean, I'm happy for the workers. They don't have to, be late with all the snow. USA and Canada, guess what? Three couples who had one member on each team. Hey, hell yeah. Okay, yeah, we need a lot of stone. So I think we're just gonna sit here. Yeah. What day is it? 30. Oh, it's the last day of January? Yeah, and let me tell you, this has been a crazy month. This has been the best month, statistics-wise, I've ever had in streaming. Like, so thank you all for being here. Like, genuinely, the amount of people who are at all of these streams, even the ones that do worse, is insane. And it's more than I've ever had before. And it's fun having you all here in the chat and everything. So thank you all for being here. It's crazy that I get to apply for Twitch partner in like 2 days. It's crazy that I get to do that. And then that I get to and of course I could get denied, hopefully not. Everyone I tell that to says I probably won't. But I mean, it's cool I get to apply for partner in 2 days because of how the last 2 months have been. I mean, it's quite a it's crazy. I think I've said this earlier this month, but Twitch is always like it just happened at some point, I guess. I don't know. Like as someone who started on YouTube and watched a lot of like Twitch streams in the Dream SMP era, and then started streaming at that time, it was like this beast that like was like untamable. It's like, oh, you're getting nowhere on Twitch. It's really hard with like one average viewer, and you're just there. And then it's like being part of Skyblock Kingdoms. There's just a bunch of people like on the server to do stuff with, and then all of you in the chat. And it's like it's really fun, to the detriment of my video schedule. It's like I love streaming so much. It's really fun. It's also why I haven't uploaded a lot of videos. Pretty much we've gone recently. You know, it's actually insane. Like I just want to check this quickly because the number was insane. Of how many followers we got in the last like 30 days. Like we've gotten in the month of January. Okay, in the month of January, we've gotten 630 followers, which is crazy. I started January under 2,000, and now I'm at like 2.4. It's like what? It's like what? It's like it's shocking. I don't get it. Watching streams is fun. Yeah, I'm glad you all enjoy these streams, because I struggle with a lot with like even like wondering if my streams were even fun to watch, you know? It's crazy that like a year ago I was not streaming consistently. In like 2 months, so 10 months ago, I started doing my hardcore series where I had like an average of like 10 viewers, which is crazy, which was awesome. It was incredible. It was like, wait, I go live and there are 10 people there? What? It's like what? It was crazy. And then it's just kept going. Hey, we were our cool 10 viewers. Yeah, those of you who are there for the hardcore series know what a trip those streams were. Actively antagonistic, yes, but cool. No, yeah, all of you were out to get. I mean, Oz, you are responsible actively for the last death. The thing is, I need to reorganize the hardcore series VODs on my. I don't know what to do. Because I have 10 playlists that are just the different seasons. I might just unlist them all. I don't think they're that necessary to have public. But I at some point, maybe it's a goal for next year. I don't know. Maybe it's a goal for later this year. I want to start taking more care of the VODs channel. Granted, it's more work to do though, so. Started watching your streams on New Year, because I was having a breakdown, and you went live and started watching semi-consistently. Well, I hope you're doing alright, Plushie, and I'm glad you've been enjoying it here. Usually just lurking streams while doing things IRL, but I love putting in the streams just to listen. Thank you, guys. Thank you. How are we doing on stone? Half a double chest. 1 full chest of stone. That's pretty good. I think that's got to be like 2 or 3 islands. That's good. That's a good amount of islands. Ooh, wait. How is this doing? That's full. This is filling up. Okay, it's still 1 torchflower seed away. I need to make this shop soon. I need to make the sniffer shop soon. I wonder. I could probably put 2 eggs in there. Oops, sorry, minecart. Yeah. Let's put some sniffer eggs in. Found Avid through vampires and found you shortly after. Now I have 2 favorite streamers. Well, thank you, Fred Alone. No, like, here's the thing with vampires. Is I was also, like, a massive vampires fan. It's like that series was the best Minecraft series in like recent memory. Like I love it. It was funny. It was really funny. Like of course being like long friends with Avid, and then also being a massive vampires fan, and then spending a lot of time with a bunch of the vampires members at TwitchCon. It was like, oh, it's and that's like the closest thing I've got to um to like meeting like content heroes. But it's funny because I was a fan of Avid for until before I met him. Got introduced through Trog. It doesn't help that some of your friends were in vampires. Don't worry, I'll fan art you into a canon. Outdated. Okay, I guess not everyone knows this. I'm in vampires. I am canon in vampires as a war soldier who dies tragically under Lagundo's care. I have voice lines in Lagundo's series. I canonically die in vampires. And that's just the Duva difference. That's just the Duva difference. It's so lame I didn't get to kill him. Guys, I'm gonna try wasabi for the first time with no space tolerance. Aphim, I can't really, like, get any comment to it, because I've never had wasabi either. My only experience with wasabi is, Cars 2, where Mater eats a bunch of it thinking it is pistachio ice cream. It also makes me realize I've never had pistachio ice cream. In fact, I've never had pistachio anything. Because when I was younger, I just decided that I hated it before trying any of it. So, oh god, it's horrible. This reminds me of a chatter that was around a lot, especially during the hardcore skyblock, wall crusher, who would come in and be like, "Hey, can I shake my soda?" And I would always tell them no, but one person in chat would inevitably say yes. And then they would, of course, shake their soda, open it, and then they would complain that it got everywhere. The wasabi you get outside Japan isn't wasabi. It's green dyed horseradish. Horseradish, another thing I decided I didn't like and I've never had. Same with sauerkraut. Never had that either. Just decided I didn't like it and have never had it. Probably should at some point, though. You know, do a difference. I'll forever headcanon myself as an enemy shoulder who shot Doofid. That's... Oz, salute to you. You know, I guess your one priority is killing Doofid. So, respect to that. Alright, how much stone do we have in storage, actually? I am wondering. Sauerkraut and kimchi are acquired tastes. I love them. They're definitely fun. I've never had kimchi either. I never decided that I didn't like kimchi. I've just never had it. It's been in my house occasionally. Oh, wow. Okay, we have a full double chest of stone now. Because we have that and we have the storage. You know what we're going to do, chat? I know it's Saturday. I know it's Saturday night. But I think you can all agree that it's always time for Fish Gaming Wednesday. It's always time for Fish Gaming Wednesday. I do what everybody has streams. Our stream's going good. We got a bunch of wood, we got a bunch of stone, and we did some work on the creative server. So yeah. Stream going good. Going smooth. Guys, what's your favorite fish from Fish Gaming Wednesday? Lamprey. I should have seen that coming, Oz. I could have guessed that. I very much could have guessed that, Laws. Yeah. That makes a lot of that makes sense. That makes sense. Fish, freshwater eel, huge fan of Hearts of the Sea, of course, Savings. we recently had to we recently cleaned off a bunch of stuff in one of my fish tanks, and we redid a bunch of it, and all of our fish had all their our catfish are upside. We have two very beloved fish in our 55-gallon tank, which are our upside down catfish, and they basically create set like hiding spots in like the plants or like caves and such. And of course everything got changed. And so they've had to find new hiding spots. And it's hilarious because they're just so bad sometimes. The hiding spots are just so obvious. Like upside down catfish. It's time to pull out the image. Chat. If you've never heard of or seen upside down catfish before, you're about to have your life changed. Because they are the cutest fish in the world. And I know it may be shocking, but as the name suggests, they do swim upside down. They are upside down. Chat, this image is not flipped. Yep. They look like they're adorable. They're adorable. They're genuinely amazing. They're incredible. I've had a few over the past decade, I guess. They are genuinely like the cutest fish. Like, they're awesome. They're amazing. And like the thing is, there's like there's different there are different actually like species of upside down catfish. They're amazing. But yeah. No, yeah, they're great. I love them. I have two big ones. They've I think they've reached their max size, and they're stout. But no, they're adorable. They're great because they swim around upside down, but then they swim parallel to any surface. So I mean, in nature, what they'll do is they'll swim across the surface of the water upside down with their mouths on like the bottom. So they eat off the top of the water, but then they swim parallel to any surface. And so they're really fun to watch swim. Here in New Zealand, they would be right side up catfish. Yeah. You know, I had two that I got when I got the 55-gallon tank. Like when we went through like the months of stocking it. Because you know you gotta give time for the quarantine tank and everything. Thank you very much, Johnny Lawson, for the follow. And I had two, and unfortunately, after about 3 years, we lost them due to a disease brought in by a fish, which is what made us start taking things a lot more seriously. But then we got two more after that, and I still have them. I've had them for I think 3, if not more years, and they're the best. When you get more aquarium updates regularly, I'll try. We haven't gotten any new fish in a while, but we're probably going to get some for the 55. We have this great school of like 15 lemon tetras. They're a very cool fish, but the thing is, the issue with our the 55-gallon is that we have a bunch of active fish and it's great, but they're all gray. They're all gray. There's lemon tetras, which are slightly yellow, and then we have like a few zebra danios. And then we have the upside down catfish, which are like dark black, white, brown. And so it's great. There's a bunch of active ones, but they're all gray. And so we're realizing we haven't gotten any new fish for a long time because, of course, the tanks have been full. But, you know, over time, fish do die of old age, you know. And we've had a lot of fish for multiple years, a good few years. So we're gonna try and get a bunch of colorful fish soon. To say, our thought was cardinal tetras, which are another schooling fish. Tetras are almost always schooling fish, I'd say. But you've probably seen neon tetras before. Neon tetras have like a stark, like shiny blue stripe and a red stripe. Um, and they're very cool, but they are very sensitive fish. And unfortunately, the water parameters we have here is not very ideal. The pH of our water is very hard, which means unfortunately, not every fish is well suited for it. There is another kind of fish though, that is the cardinal tetra, which looks almost the same as as neon tetras, but a little more like thick, I guess. And we may be getting some of those because they all add a nice blue and red to the tank. Dude, have you heard of a Chinese weatherfish? I have not. Chinese weatherfish. It's a Japanese water. Oh, it's a loach. Okay, yeah. No, loaches are fun. Loaches are fun. Loaches are crazy fish. At least the ones I've seen and had are like some of the most active and crazy fish ever. It's there's a shop, there's a local fish store where we're probably going to be going. That used to have a giant like 1,200 gallon tank that had a huge school of zebra loaches. Zebra loaches are a common one you'll see in like pet stores because they start small, but they genuinely grow to be like a foot long. Um, and they had a great school of them in there. Unfortunately, I think the tank sprung a leak at some point and they shut it down, so they don't have it anymore. Um, but yeah, the fun thing about that store is they have an area with a bunch of like goldfish and pond fish, and if you even walk like slightly close, they all start like jumping at the top of the water and begging. It's really funny to walk near. It's great. Um, it's great. Water's important for people and fish. You're very right. You are very right. And so I will drink water. You've caught me. Caught me. I think what we need to do before we can get any fish is we need to make sure our hospital tank is up to check, because our quarantine tank. Basically, the thing that is a very good idea to do when adding fish to an established tank is to keep them in a quarantine tank for at least 2 weeks. Um, from what I've learned from what I do. Now the quarantine tank is very stark. Little to no decorations, maybe like one hiding spot. We have a little like cave in ours, and it's basically just so that you can observe the fish to make sure they aren't like swimming weirdly or acting weirdly or have any diseases. Because of course, if you add that to the tank, to your established community tank, it's an issue. Because and then you don't have to deal with, because of course there's the difference between scale and scaleless fish, and some medications you can put are very bad for scaleless fish, I believe, but fine for scaled fish. And then of course there's stuff that can be bad for snails if you have snails. Stuff that can be bad for and so it's better to have the fish isolated so that you can like specifically take care of the needs needed for that. It's like, you know, isolating a variable in algebra. Sorry, we've been talking about a lot about algebra with calc recently. Sorry, but it's like that. And so the thing is, we haven't gotten any new fish in like a year and a half, and so it's been kind of sitting there, unsure if it's cycled still. Do you snails in the community tank? We occasionally see a few pest snails in the community tank, the 55. But not commonly. We had some cleaner snails. But then we had loaches. Loaches, great fish, but they eat snails and they unfortunately picked him to death. And the thing is that the loach is we have, I believe they are supposed to be schooling fish. Unfortunately, we do only have one at the moment, a yo-yo loach, and he's the craziest fish I've ever seen. But he does a really good job taking care of. He just eats snails. Fish that eats. It's fun keeping fish, especially like the thing with aquariums is the larger a tank is, the more self-sufficient it is. The more like water there is, the easier it stays with proper parameters, because if you have a smaller tank, the chemicals in the water have much larger take up a much larger percentage of it. And so a larger tank is able to deal with itself better. And also you can have a lot more fish in a larger tank. So you can have fish that eat algae, you can have fish that eat snails, and then you can have fish that take care of this stuff for you. You can have fish that dig through the substrate to knock stuff out that then gets sucked up by a filter. It's like you can do it's great. It's it's cool having the fish kind of they can do some of the taking care of it themselves. Of course you still have to do stuff, but said I gotta go. Have a good stream. Have a good night, Soul T3. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah. How are we doing right now? 27 COD. Decent bow. Well, maxed fishing rod. Actually, doesn't have luck at the sea. Yeah. Also, you're such a creating ecosphere there. More elements you have, the more regulating factors you have. See, and that's like, I still struggle with live plants. I've never got it down for sure. I would love to have a successful planted tank, but it's still that still evades me. But when you get to plants, they start doing some of the water filtration themselves, which is like, it's like the more, I guess, the larger and more advanced it gets, the more the more it does itself, and the cooler it is. Like it's yeah. One day, I will have a proper planted tank that actually works. Day's not today. Would you have insects, macro invertebrates? I've never thought about keeping anything other than fish as a pet. I actually haven't. I think I do get a little bit creeped out by insects a bit. I do admit I do get a little freaked out by them. So probably not Oz. Um, they're a big part of what we talk about in freshwater ecosystems in the wild. I wonder if they're part of tanks. Um, it would be very hard to include insects in a tank unless you were doing a paludarium, which is a combined like above ground and underwater like contained ecosystem. Like I know I used to watch a ton of Ants Canada for years ago. And as he started doing crazier stuff, he did a bunch of paludariums where you would have, like an ant colony living in this big ecosystem, and then there would be like water and there'd be fish, and sometimes an ants would get in the water, the fish would eat them, and so yeah, that definitely happens. Too many legs unsettles me. I get that, Moonstar. I get that. Same. Same. I think I still get freaked out by horseshoe crab. I get freaked out by crabs in general. I don't like crabs or lobsters. But horseshoe crabs terrify me. Like, scary. Scary beasts. I know they can't harm me at all. But just like the legs and the claws and they're freaky. For some reason, I need to look this up. For some reason, thinking about horseshoe crabs makes you think about the show Fetch with Rough Ruffman. Yeah, okay, yeah, no, there was an episode of Fetch with Rough Ruffman where someone found a horseshoe crab. Dude, Fetch with Rough Ruffin was the best show ever. That was genuinely like the best show ever. That show was awesome. That's like one of the childhood TV shows I watched that I feel like don't actually get talked that much about. Like I loved like the I remember like the ending, like the series finale being like the best ever. Like there was like series wide lore that got built up, and then they had like this crazy like super involved ending where all the kids were like in this town, and there was something with a bridge at some point. Like it was great. It was awesome. My partner is a guy at work who keeps pet mud skippers and has a massive tank that has something on a pump to create a realistic tidal cycle. That is awesome, Teddy. That's awesome. Which show? A Fetch with Rough Ruffman. It was a show where a bunch of like kids would like, I guess, gosh, what actually happened in the show? Basically, the host of it was like an animated dog, named Rough Ruffman, and he was like, he was there, and he dealt with like the network and stuff, and then like the kids would like go out. Like here's what I based on my memory, which I might be wrong. It's like half the kids. I think there was a cast of kids for a full season. Half the kids would have to go out and like do something in the world, and the other half would have like a challenge in the studio. And like the stuff in the world would be like education, like maybe they would be like working a job. I remember there's one where they went over the different kind of like waves, like different wavelengths. And I remember like learning about like X-rays and gamma rays and radioactive stuff in that. Like yeah, it was yeah. Forget what happens in the show. Yeah, I do forget. I damn now I want to watch Fetch with Rough Rough. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Even though they were on the train's lures, they could have had a mystery. The train got. I remember that one. Say yes, I remember that one. That was great. That was awesome. OMG, I remember that show. No, Fetch with Rough Moon was the best. It was the best. Horseshoe crabs are closer to spiders than the crab. Interesting. Doesn't really change my opinion on that. They still scare me. I think crabs scare me for a different reason. Crabs scare me because of their like pinchers, their claws. I don't like they look like they would take off my finger. That and Arthur. If there's either an Arthur's Trivia thing, I would crush it. I know I watched a bit of Arthur, but I was never like a big Arthur watcher. Like Arthur, Caillou, and the Bernstein Bears were like three things that I know like I saw a bit, but like never watched a lot of. Like those are three things that I know I definitely watched. But yeah, you're a Wild Kratts kid. Loved Wild Kratts. Wild Kratts was awesome. I have a memory. I obviously watched a bunch of it like when on my own. But I remember we went and visited some family friends in Seattle at one time. Was anyone even also watched Zaboomafoo? Rest in peace. Um, but I remember they had like a Wild Kratts DVD, or like maybe it was even like a VHS or something. I don't know. But basically, every time we watched it for like the week we were up there, we watched it from the start. And so like every time if we basically like every day we basically watched the same episode, and if we went longer we would see another one. But it's like we watched like the same episode like 5 times. I watched the Boomafoo, I don't remember. No, I definitely watched the Boomafoo. The Boomafoo was great. Um I'm glad I was around for Zaboomafoo. There's Blue Cruise, yes. Blue's Clues. I watched. I know I watched some Team Umizoomi. That was one I watched. Um, what else? I watched Peppa Pig. I watched some. Was it Ruby and Max? I think Ruby and Max is like the two like rabbits, right? I think so. Octonauts, the goat, Octonauts. Love Octonauts. Octonauts is the best. I think I have genuinely watched every Octonauts thing that has been available on Netflix until like 3 years ago. Like genuinely, I kept up with it even in high school. Dude, you give me the same vibes as the blue fellow from Team Museum. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, they're still making seasons of Octonauts. But as far as I'm aware, the latest seasons are currently only available in China. Like the I think the past like maybe 2 or 3 seasons have not been or have not been like are not in America yet, or like any English. I think. Any show feels like Odd Squad. I know I watched Odd Squad. Don't know how much, but I did watch Odd Squad. No real feelings for that. I watched a bit of it. Anyone remember Back Guardians? I know I watched it. Don't remember too much about Backyardigans. Um, Little Einsteins. Yes, no, Little Einsteins was also one. That was definitely one for very young me. Um, my siblings and I got really into Odd Squad. They're still making Octonauts. Yes, they're still making Octonauts. Yeah, and then of course I've got to mention. I think the number one childhood TV show, Ninjago. I won't let anyone tell me no. Word Girl. Oh my god, Uni. I remember Word Girl. I remember Word Girl. Word Girl was great. I remember like the last episode of Word Girl I ever saw, she either got like framed or exposed or something. And everything like fell apart, and then I never saw another episode. It's I remember being like left on this like cliffhanger or everything, and then I never saw anything more. The ending was sort of wait, is that how it ended? Wait, what? Wait, is that how the show ended? Wait, how did Word Girl end? Why am I on Wikipedia for Word Girl? So, Word Girl gets discovered. Her best friend is not like their friendship breaks up, and then everyone gets sad and starts doing crime. Wait, what? What? And then Word Girl has to. Does Word Girl save the day? How does Word Girl end? Wait, how? Wait, what? Wait, what? I think they. I think Word Girl actually ended on like a bad cliffhanger ending, and then the studio shut down. Oh my god, that's sad. Word Girl, no. No. Did Word Girl end on a bad ending? Sorry, I'm sorry, wait, what? Dang. Dang, that's crazy. I thought there was more, but no, I actually just watched the finale and then there was nothing else. Oh no. Oh, I wish I didn't have the I wish there was. Dang. That's sad. Dang. I thought I was always just like missing some resolution. No, the show just ended like that. Oh. Dang. Not a worse ending than Danny Phantom. At least does Danny. I never watched Danny Phantom, so I'm not aware how that ended. It is a shame how many like kids TV shows and just animated TV shows in general just get canceled. The ending for Danny Phantom is meh. There's always time. Watch Danny Phantom today. Yummy Diego, go Diego, go! No, I watched a lot of Dora and Diego. Yeah. I had so many Dora games. The Dora games on the PS2 went crazy. Say, I I feel like you may have said a new sentence. I've never heard of the Dora games on the PS2 or that they were good. So I think we're getting new sentences here. The mermaid one was peak? Did Dora become a mermaid? I feel like that's a big like shift in the show. You know, the latest thing I remember seeing about Dora is that there was one episode. There's like, in general, the show has like, on like TV rating websites, the show has like really low ratings throughout. But then there's just like one episode where they like give Swiper this like redemption, and it has like a 9. It has like a 9, like a rating in like the high 8 or 9 out of 10. Wait, I need to see this. Dora episode ratings. Dora the Explorer 2000 to 2019. Yeah. So, chat, I'm gonna put a screenshot of this on the. I'm gonna put a screenshot of this on the on the on screen. Of this obviously this is ratings for a children's TV show. So like you look at all of this, you know, it's not great. It's a bunch of like 5s and 4s, but then season 4 episode 18 has a 9.8 rating on IMDb. And it's about what is it? It's the like the Friendship Day friendship bracelets episode. Um and it's apparently like the best Dora episode ever. Yes, Alora, it's the Friendship Day one. Do you even look at the Wildcrats ratings sometimes? Actually, sure. let's look at the Wildcrats ratings. How many seasons is Wildcrats on? Oh, dang! Dang, Wildcrats is crushing! I can't even fit this all on screen, by the way. Wildcrats is like, for context for this, season 1 of Wildcrats apparently has 40 episodes, which is insane. That's a lot of episodes. Wildcrats season 1 has 40 episodes, so it gets cut off. There's nothing crazy in like the last bit of it. But look at this. It's all like compared to Dora, this is a revolutionary TV show. But apparently season 5 episode 14 is a 9.9. And season 7 episode 12 is a 9.7. What is the 9.9? When Aviva's new time thruster invention get attached to the migrating salmon, the Wildcrats must follow the salmon run through Alaskan wilderness to recover the time thruster. Why the hell does this have 150 10-star reviews? There's no reviews. There are zero reviews. It's just ratings. What's the 9.7? Are there any reviews on this? No, there are actually people who are just genuinely rating the quality of episodes without writing reviews. That's insane. Chad, maybe we need to watch some Wildcrats, and we need to check out these like top reviews. I need to find out what's going on here. By the way, is my stream lagging for any of you all? I'm looking over at my monitor and my meld preview is like stuttering. Bitrate seems fine. A bit, yes. Interesting. Stuttering a little, it's laggy. Odd. Okay, I did have a big drop right there. It got weird for a second. I think I may just have like a Wi-Fi hiccup. Bold of you to assume the world isn't all just lagging for me. Well, you know what the world is doing? Moving on to another stream. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. This has been a fun one. We got a bunch of fishing in. We got a bunch of resource collection. We got some creative design. We had some fun TV show conversations, which is great. We are going to go raid someone now. I am going to go raid my friend May Mazes, who's currently live as part of the Bannerfall SMP. I will catch you all around. She's currently mining with 4C, it seems. So I'll catch you all around. I'll be live, tomorrow for a hightail. We gotta get the goldwood so we can upgrade our farming stuff. So I'll catch you tomorrow for some hightail. Till then, do your difference. It's my new catchphrase. Do your difference. Gotta get the snap in it.